That. Ooh. That lighting. It's dramatic. Look at that shit. What do we got today? We got records, some tapes. This is take 2. I'm going for the low-hanging fruit again, because it's easy, and because I have no other ideas right now. Well, I have other ideas, but I'm saving them. You'll see. This is all shit that I picked up probably since I moved. So, like, not recent, right? Like 3 months recent. I don't know. Would you call that recent pickups? Like quarterly pickups? Um, can I, can can I talk? Can I talk? Can I talk, please? Thank you. Fata Morgana, Mortiz. Great cover on this one. I'm actually not 100% sure if I got this right before I moved or if it just fell into my lap right after I moved. But this record smokes. Dark Dungeon Music for this guy. That's the label. 1995. Dungeon Synth. Classic Dungeon Synth. It's Mortiz. Pre-Earache Records. Pre-industrial Mortiz. This stuff's so good. So good. Title track, Fata Morgana. That's a banger. Stargazer, another banger. The Last Rainbow King. Slaps. All seriousness, this is a rad LP. It came with a really sick booklet. It's not a lyric book, it just has pictures representative of each of the tracks. Like that. I'm not going to show you every single one. It would be redundant. I'm not going to try and describe Mortiz's music. He's the OG. The Dungeon Synth OG. Think all that early Cold Spring Records type stuff. Labels are super boring. We're not going to look at those. And you've got an idea. Rad, rad, rad. I love his old shit. This one's more recent. I came across this, I don't know, like a week ago at one of my favorite locals. Super close to work, so I tend to go there on my breaks. Chaos Moon. It's a co-release from Fallen Empire and Blood Music. Fallen Empire, R.I.P. That label. Choice releases. Gatefold LP. Boom. I'm going to try the title. Eschaton Memoire. Memoire. Memoire? I don't know, man. It's French. Nothing special about the vinyl. It's on black. I'm not going to bother to show you that. Thanks, Mike. I took that from you. Lyrics, though, I already showed it, but, you know, here's that gate again. What is Chaos Moon? Isn't that... it's Alex Poole. Is that right? Yeah. His baby. I first became aware of Chaos Moon when they were still, or when he was still on iVoid Hanger. I have several, I think, CDs of his on said label. Atmospheric black metal. It rules. It's super melodic. Really, really good. This one has a lot of atmosphere. More than I remember on the earlier stuff was just more like kind of cribbing that, hey, I really like Joy Division, but also black metal. Sort of aesthetic. It's really good though. Chaos Moon. Check it out. This I got the day after I moved. Propaganda. Less talk, more rock. Original pressing on Fat Records. It's the only record I have released by Fat Records, I think. And what do you get with this album? Super political, Pop punk. I'm not a big pop punk fan. I'm pretty much limited to like this early era propaganda, which honestly, just like clicked for me in the last like 2, maybe 3 years. I don't know which record of theirs this is. I know it's not the first record. I have that the tape with a vacuum cleaner. Anyway, this stuff rocks. I think the Hard-Ons, but with a political message, and less Ramones, or Screeching Weasel, but more political. Not that Screeching Weasel's political. Not in the least. The Queers. Wow, I just listed all the pop punk bands that I like. Look at that. This one's kind of recent. I found this in a bargain bin. Would you believe it? Okay. I say I found it in a bargain bin. It was in the technical bargain bin, but it was priced accordingly because it's not mint. The vinyl's fine. The sleeve has been partied on. There's no insert included, so it was priced accordingly. Skinny Puppy, Too Dark Park. Is this the best Skinny Puppy? No, I don't think so. But it does have Nature's Revenge and Tormentor, Shoreline Poison. I mean, every song on here is a fucking masterpiece of industrial bleakness. Skinny Puppy, twisted as fuck. I have spent so much time with this album, not just since picking up the wax, but just in my past, historically. This album means a lot to me. Kind of grew up with it. It was really the first Skinny Puppy album that I connected with. It's awesome. Let's talk about some tapes. Will, Pearl of Great Price promo cassette released by Third Mind. Will was like a side project of a side project of a side project of Frontline Assembly. Reese Fulber, John McCrae, Chris Peterson, Jeff Stoddard would become like Decree, which is also some stellar industrial shit. This tape is rad. It's very of its time, 1991. So think like what was FLA sounding like around then, but also throw in some of that Cold Spring sound, Marshall industrial elements, even neo-folk moments on this fucking beast. They released this album and an EP that's also really fucking good. Love that. Here, another tape. Why not? Prong, Rude Awakening. Not my favorite Prong, but I found it for not very much money, and so I bought it. It's really good. Probably the last Prong record I quote need unquote. I don't really need it, to be honest, but it has some fucking bangers on here, man. Controller, Rude Awakening, Rules, Face Value, Rules, Without Hope, Man's Ruin. All these songs are badass. Really good. I've kind of revisited some of that post Beg to Differ Prong Cleanse. Was it Cleanse? What, Snap Your Fingers, Snap Your Neck. That fucking album bangs. This bangs. Yeah. Prong rules. Okay. Here we go. This is a fun one. Arch Agathis, Canadian Horse. Thought I'd never find this, let alone in the wild. Amazing. Mincecore. If you like Agathocles or Rot out of Brazil, you will love Arch Agathis. Or more recently, shit like Haggis. There you go. But look at that cover, first of all. I mean, it's glorious. You have song titles on here like A Stupid Question, Insanity Dog. Hey Metallica. Sexy Grinder. That's probably my favorite song title on here. Endoparasitic Girlfriend. Intoxicating Aroma. It's really grindy. If you don't know what mincecore sounds like, just like imagine grindcore, but super sloppy, and more indebted to hardcore than even grind. And grind's pretty indebted to hardcore historically. It's rad, super good. Heater. I don't know. Did this come with anything? Let's take a look. Oh shit, well, I forgot about that. Split color wax, which is super cool. And yes, it came with an insert. There you go. The band. Lyrics that are really hard to read. Jesus. Really, really hard to read. This was released like 2010. So it's not like it's like an old classic. It is old. I mean, it's 2010. That's 16 years at this point. This album is rad, and I recommend you listen to it. And yes, I'm re-sleeving. Deal with it. Okay. Here's another one. I snagged this for my birthday. Thorn. This is Crawling Worship. Death Doom. Thorn is like one dude from Fluids. This was released by Gurgling Gore. Found this used. Nice colored wax. If you like fossilization or Fuoco Fatu Fuoco, or whatever the fuck that Italian death doom band. Yeah, you'll like this. Bloodsoaked Necrovoid. This kind of shit for sure. This is a little bit more melodic though. Super rad. Kind of bangs. Did it come with an insert? It did! Oh my gosh, look at that. Do you need to see it? No. But I'm going to show it to you anyway. There you go. Thorn. Poems by Aleister Crowley on this. Yeah, this is just a rad fucking album. They do a At the Gates cover, Nausea, which is really good. And I'm not really, as I say many times, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm not a big fan of covers, but they kind of bang. Rad stuff. Highly recommended. Okay. This one's super recent. Actually, no, we're not going to talk about that record yet, but we will talk about this tape. Bile. Suck Pump. Released by Energy Records, 1994. Energy Records was actually a label owned by the frontman of Bile, Christoph, depending on what album you're looking at. Cool J card with like stuff I will not read probably ever. I just dropped something as well. What was that? Let's take a look. Oh shit, look at that. Original receipt. Starship Records and Tapes. October 18th, 1994. I saw this when I bought it. I was like, that's pretty sick. Cost $6.99 when it was new. $7.55 after tax for a grand total. Yeah, paid with cash, $10. Anyway, what is Bile? It's industrial. It's like edgelord industrial. This album and then the album that came after, Techno Horror, are like the only Bile records I really fuck with, because they got like even edgier and more ridiculous after the second record. I think it's still kind of floating around there in some form or another. But this is just brutal. Savage, metal industrial, gnarly stuff. It's rad. Okay. Moving on. Now we're going pretty fast tonight. I finally snagged this. I found a copy the other day, actually, and I was super hyped. These guys have a new album out this year. They put one out like last year or the year before from Relapse. This is Final Gasp. Pat talked about these guys in his last video. Went to see them live with Acid Bath but missed Final Gasp. This was released by Triple B 2020. Love this play on the Plan 9 logo, Triple B. And that's what you're going to get with this album. It sounds a lot like fucking Sam Hain or Samhain, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Here's the insert. Pretty sweet. These guys look like they want to be in Samhain or Sam Hain, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Probably, I don't know, I've listened to all three at this point, and I like the new one. It's really good. If I were to do an end of the year list, it would probably find its way on there. But yeah, it's not anything original at all. Like, this is to Samhain, like, this came out in 2023 or 2024, a couple years back anyway. I don't know that I ever showed it. New Skeletal Faces. This is not a new pickup, but I pulled this because of that record. And this is like just distilled down to like the most metallic that Christian death ever was, and that's what you get with New Skeletal Faces. Well, Final Gasp kind of like chiseled down the most metallic Samhain ever was, and also mix it with a really good blend of rad hardcore. And that's what you get on that Final Gasp record. Came on a very cool translucent red splatter record. Yeah, this record smokes. I'm going to listen to it after this video is done. Indeed I am. It's rad. I need to pick up the other two. But you know, I go used these days. Like pretty much always. Money's like an issue. And then the last record. Another bargain bin find. This one I'm super hyped on. War Master. Blood Dawn. They're called War Master. I mean, you can probably get an idea of what they're going to sound like just based over that. It sounds like War Master era Boltor. Pretty much to a T. No insert because it's all on here. This is brutal shit. Steamrolling death metal. Members of, I want to say Insect Warfare and Hatred Surge. I might be wrong about that. I've had this on tape for like the longest time, and this was $5 in the bargain bin, and I had to grab it. That tape's gonna like move on to somebody who needs it dearly. Super good. Also, really rad artwork there. I put the sleeve back on, so that's all I got. That's it. Short video today. Didn't even break 20 minutes. I'll be back. I got more shit to show, more shit to talk about. I have actual topics, but nobody likes those. Nobody seems to watch those, or at least nobody seems to want to say shit about those. Peace out. Don't be shitty to anybody, including yourselves. All right. Be cool.